All right, what is up? Welcome to the Frito Bandito Taqueria. We are just about to really pull the trigger on this Chrono Trigger Endgame. Pardon the pun. Just need to set up a couple of announcements here. So come on in, sit down, get comfy, because we're playing some Chrono Trigger tonight. We're gonna attempt to finish off the runs. I'm at a high enough level. I should wreck the bosses. There should be no issue on any of the bosses I face, even Lavos and Queen Zeal too. All right, so we are ready to go here. So, okay, so what is up? Welcome to the Frito Bandito Taqueria. My name is The Feral. We are playing Chrono Trigger JOT of Time Randomizer tonight. So, here's the deal. I have now obtained all characters, all key items, and I've faced off against all bosses minus the bosses found in the Tyranno Lair and Ocean Palace and Black Omen. So we are going to attempt to run all three of those dungeons tonight. Now, we're going to do Black Tyranno Lair first, because that is required in order to get Go Mode if you get the... so basically, in order to get... that go, actually, you know what? Let's actually start the seed here. All right, so as usual, if you're tuning into this stream live, just know and understand that I am doing this stream, excuse me, and I'm going to chop up the stream into individual segments, and those segments are going to go on my Chrono Trigger JOT of Time channel. So I may end the segment, but please do not go anywhere. You will know when the actual stream is going to end. So I'm kind of doing this stream of consciousness style. I do not have a script. So we are going off what I remember, and unfortunately, Tyranno Lair is kind of my worst dungeons in terms of knowing all the ins and outs. There's a couple places that are really tricky. What the? Oh, crap. Something... Dang it. Hold on. Something... Up, left, down, right. There you go. Okay, something got messed up on my controller. Okay. Yeah, because I went back to... the wired version of the controller that sunk a submarine. I swear, when people saw it was just a simple Logitech, what is this thing again? It's a gamepad I think it was like an F350 or F510. The wireless version of the F310, which the F310 is not a bad controller. I wouldn't trust my life with it. I'd play a simple game of Chrono Trigger. I wouldn't drive a sub with it. Yeah, that was not good. Not good. So anyway, Let's not talk about that. Let's actually talk about Chrono Trigger. So if you have any questions, want to talk in chat, I have no problems with that whatsoever. This is a live stream first, and then chopping it up for recording second. If I didn't want y'all's chatting, I wouldn't be live. So if you like what you see here, please hit that follow button. Hit the subscribe button if you would like to become a more official member of this here, the Frita Bendita Taqueria. Rants are always appreciated. Yeah. So, okay, so let's get going here. Let's get going with this stream. Okay, in 3, 2... Hello, what is up? Welcome to the Frita Bendita Taqueria. My name is The Feral, and we are playing some more Chrono Trigger Jets of Time tonight. We are at Endgame, folks. We are 3 dungeons away from 100%ing the seed. Typically, you do not need to 100% the seeds. It is actually recommended you don't. If you want to just try what all this randomizer has to offer, go ahead. But typically, you want to reach go mode as fast as possible, and we are going to be heading to Chrono Lair as we're doing this. So we got... Oops, sorry. Playing too much PlayStation lately. Okay, so in order to get this particular go mode, you need a couple of things. So first off, you need the gate key to access 65 million BC, and 650 million BC. So 650 million BC is accessed through the cupboard in Medina Village, using the gate key. So once you get the gate key, you come back 65 million BC, and then you need the Dreamstone to unlock the lair. Once you get through here, you also need the ruby knife. So once you also get the ruby knife unlocks the door to the golem boss in 1200 BC. So basically, you can get the Dreamstone and just run through this. But if you don't have the ruby knife, the go mode's useless. You do not need... There are no characters required for this particular go mode unless the items in question are locked behind a specific character. What we're going to do right now is we are going to run Tyranno Lair. Now, I will openly admit Tyranno Lair is not my best dungeon. There's a fair amount of stuff here that I am simply not good at. There are some rooms here that are pretty rough for me. I don't know the most efficient way through it. There are guides. There is a good guide by oh shoot, who is it? He's basically one of the best. He's one of the best Chrono Trigger Jets of Time speedrunners. His name is escaping me right now. There's a couple that I'm thinking of, but I don't believe this particular individual is the one that I'm thinking of. But I know the guy's Brazilian. So, but he has a very good comprehensive list of all the skips and everything that you need in order to do this very efficiently. I know a couple of the tricks in this dungeon, which I'll show you as we go through. Be prepared to watch me screw some things up, just because, like I said, this is not my best dungeon by far. Alright, there we go. Full tonic. Full tonics are okay. So the Dreamstone. So that is where you have to set the Dreamstone in order to basically unlock this dungeon. So you can get in, you can do this basement stuff, but until you set the Dreamstone, it will not open that second T-Rex head. Alright, so now you can just do this and that. And goodbye. Okay, so now for this one, you actually want to go down around the bottom. Nope. Here, we're going to re-enter this room. if I remember right, it's up to the top, bisect the middle. I think it's up the top. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, this is where I don't know all the dungeon skips. Oh, wow, that was dumb. Yeah, don't do that. Go left, not right. Wow, did I screw this one up. Yeah, I really messed this one up. Ooh, a hurricane. That'll be nice to sell later. Yeah, I do apologize. That was really, really, really stupid of me. You're supposed to go through the left. Okay, skip those guys. Okay, now this is the one where I usually screw it up. So there's a lot of these little transport tiles, and I don't know all of them off the top of my head. Now, these ones, actually, there are some very good items that can be found in here. Yeah, anyway. Look up a guide. The teleports can easily be found. Okay, so now we're gonna try this again. Nope. Yeah, I've completely forgotten all the skips in this area. It's been a while. So, half the reason why these skips are really, really, really important is because if you don't know the skips and you're... Because right now I'm at level 36. You need to understand you can beat these seeds at level 32. You can beat typically... right? Yeah. Typically, you can beat these seeds at level 32. So, when you get here to Tyranno Lair, typically you are a little under leveled. And if you're especially on the slow side, these Reptites and Volcano combos, they will destroy your run. They will just absolutely obliterate you. Hey, sup, buddy? Alright, so we're going to charm with Ayla and code 3. Or we'll just one-shot Isabel 2 with a nearly 6,000 Anthropode 3. Because we can. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now for this one, you just run straight up the middle. And then if you need it, Dang it. Like I said, I always forget all the switches in here. There's so many little things to this dungeon. Yeah, just run straight up the middle. There you go. So you can reset this room. I was 1 pixel over. Lame. Okay, so we're gonna go around there, about to the middle, up, over. All right. So now this skip is insanely important because you're gonna miss 2 full fights with this skip. So how you're gonna do this one is you're gonna go there. So right about to this corner, you're gonna go straight down. Now, in theory, I screwed it up. I thought you basically did the whole, just went down, because I usually hit this skip, dang it. Of course, I screw it up for you guys. You see, this is what happens. You get hit with 2 pterosaur battles, which, if you need levels, not necessarily a terrible way to get levels. They give out a good amount of experience. So an Azalea does the thing. Rawr, rawr. So now, there's 2 ways that you can actually do this fight. Way 1 is you can actually put Azalea to sleep. And if you have really strong single attacks, you can just beat the crap out of the Black Tyranno. And you'll have no problems whatsoever. You see Lavos in the upper right corner. Or, conversely, you can charm. Oh, buddy. We got another Prism Specs. Heck yes! Okay, so now remember with Dark Helm, that'll sell well. So remember, with this, you want to wait until he removes his defenses, or nothing will hurt him. And then from there, you just want to start wailing on it. Triple kick and Anthropode 3. Now, something to understand about the randomizer is that the Black Tyranno's ultimate attack is different every single time you play. So it can be Dark Matter, Flare, the water spinny star attack that, what's-her-face does, Luminaire, or I think there's one other. But those 4, basically the 4 elemental attacks are what Black Tyranno can actually do to you. There's that lovely scream that we all know and love. So the game will give you something different every single time. Typically, in a normal seed, you wouldn't be able to defeat Black Tyranno that quickly. Because like I said, you'll be about level 28, 27, 26, or lower by the time you get to this point in a normal seed. So the thing to understand is that bringing elemental armor is very, very important let's keep this music. It's very important for that battle. Sometimes, if you are in a battle, and basically what could happen is you just get wiped by the attack. And then you have at least, you know, one person that's got, you know, if you got like one blue mail or one red mail or something, and it casts flare. So you get the one person with the red mail, and then they revive the other people. So that's basically it. So that's it for Tyranno Lair. Tyranno Lair is actually not that long. It's just you got Nizbel 2 and then Black Tyranno, Azalea, where if you're at lower levels and you don't have really strong magic yet, it can be a little rough. It can be a little rough trying to get through with like Chrono and Confuse or something like that. You basically want to have at least a really good single target, strong tech. By the time you get there, remember Azalea 2. No, Nizbel 2. My apologies. Nizbel 2, the tried and true, shock it with lightning, and then beat the crap out of it with physical, shock it again. That still does work. Just understand is a little bit more juiced up than your characters are usually capable of. So if you got any white mails, white vests, bring those. It's gonna be a lot better for you in the end. So, yep, so that's Tyranno Lair. So we got one down, we got 2 more to go. So, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you like and appreciate, this video and the series that I've done to try and get you to run Chrono Trigger Jets of Time randomizers. So, thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your night. Until later, my friends, good night as A&Rs. Wherever you are, I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. All right. Oh, man. We just got Ocean Palace and Black Omen left. So, I'm trying to think. Because basically, both, at least in the Black Omen, you get a chance to eject. But level 36, I'm just going to, especially with an Anthropode 3 hitting at 5,600. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay. Okay, so I think we'll just do Ocean Palace first and get that one out of the way. So we'll do Ocean Palace and then we'll do Black Omen, and that's going to be it. So, all right. All right, here we go. 3, 2. Hello, everyone. What is up? Welcome to Chrono Trigger Jets of Time. My name is The Pharaoh, the purveyor of this here, the Frito Bandito Taqueria. Tonight, we are going to be doing one of the final dungeons, one of your 2 main courses on tonight's final dungeon menu. We're going to be doing the Ocean Palace. So, just so you understand, the 2 major ways to complete this game is number 1, beating Lavos through the Ocean Palace, and number 2 would be beating Queen Zeal 2 in the Black Omen. Now, you're probably thinking, well, the epic can go straight to the Lavos fight, can it? Can't you go through the bucket? No. No, you cannot. There is a caveat, though. If you die to Lavos 2 or 3, okay, you have to defeat Lavos 1 first by going through the Ocean Palace. Now, remember, going through the Ocean Palace, you skip the entire boss gauntlet that you do if you face it through the bucket. Actually, you can't do it if you do it through the epic. So once you defeat Lavos through the Ocean Palace, and if the first form, and then you die to Lavos 2 or 3, and then reload your save, or you can actually, if you reload your save and you realize, oh crap, I need some more gear, basically you can go to the save point, you can teleport from the save point inside of the shell to the end of time, and then you can actually get out of there that way. So once you kind of teleport out, no, there's the gate. There's the gate at Lavos's shell, inside of the shell. Once you teleport out, you then have to use the Jets of Time to get back in and avoid the entirety of Lavos 1. So basically, if you lose and you have to leave Lavos, the only way to really get back in is through the Epic. The only problem with that is that it takes a lot of time. And if you're trying to run a seed really fast for a race situation, it is like your absolute last-ditch effort. Like, the only reason you would do this is if you get to Lavos 2 and the frequency? I always forget the name of it off the top of my head. But the attack that has the random status effect, if it gives you stop or lock, and you do not have enough status effect stuff to counteract it, you have to go. You have to bail, and you gotta see what you can do to get some status protection. Because if not, you are not finishing either of those fights. There is nothing you can do. So, all right. So, what we're going to do here is we were in 650 million BC, because in our previous episode, we finished off the Chrono layer. Now, something we obtained was the, we actually obtained the Prism specs, which is plus 50% damage. So now we got one on Luca, and we got one on Ayla. So right now, her magic is 84. We should have, yeah, we're basically, yeah, we're basically all good to go. So we gotta go to the Dark Ages, and we need to go directly to Zeal. Now, all right, we're going up here through the Skyway. So now we have already taken care of a bunch of things on. We have taken care of all the exploration of the Kingdom of Zeal. So because of this, we are actually going to dispense with a lot of it, and we are simply going to run. What's my yeah, we're gonna do one more quick shopping trip. We're just gonna sell. We're just gonna get rid of everything else that we don't need. Basically, by the time you get to this part of the game, you are essentially just dumping everything that you can. Yeah, I got the money. Yeah, it's like, you know what? I have the money just in case if everything goes wrong in Lavos 2. You're gonna want that third amulet. Alright, so now we're going to head up to the top. And in actual Zeal's Palace, there really isn't much that you specifically need to do here. Because remember, in the randomizer, you do not need to board the Blackbird. You don't need to worry about any of that. Okay, so just one small thing. If you are not actually playing with early magic, if you are not playing with early charged pendant, you have to take the pendant into the Mammoth machine and charge it up. On this particular seed, we had early pendant charge set as a flag. So because of that, So because of that, we didn't have to worry about that. Okay, yeah, you don't want to go there. That's extra cutscenes that you don't need. There's no wind, water, and fire thing going on here. You don't need to worry about that. So we're going to save the game here. We already restored our health down below. So yeah, so if you do not have the ruby knife, this door will be shut, and it will tell you that you need the ruby knife in order to proceed. So now when we get through here, we gotta fight the golem. Which, remember, Black Orb takes away half your hit point. Same rules apply. Just swap. Just swap between two different attack elementals. And there you go. Golem's done. Now, typically, most runners that I know, they actually prefer to go Ocean Palace. One of the main reasons for that is that because overall it is an easier dungeon than Zeal Palace. There's a lot of things that there's a very the most popular grinding spot is actually here. Alright. So say skip a bunch of stuff for that. Okay, gotta hit this one first. We can run away from this battle. See, most of these battles you actually do want to run away from. So that switch is vital. You must hit that. Ah. These guys actually give you a decent amount of experience. So if you're pretty low on levels, wouldn't it be a bad idea to actually face these guys? Other reason, too, is most of these treasure chests are worth it. Okay, so one of those guys drops magic tabs. So you go to the left, and then we're going to sneak down here, grab that chest, and then go down. So those ones, you just have to be in the proximity. Go up and around the corner. So now that's the two that you need. Now you can come over here and grab that, which nets you a speed tab, which is fine. Okay, so then remember, wait for those to come down, back up, and then move over to the left. So now we're going to go down, and that opens this area. So you don't want to face those guys. All right. Okay, so now these guys, this is the grind spot. This is the place where if you are under-leveled, this is where you want to grind. I'll show you why. 260,000 experience, and you get like over 50 tech points. So if you're playing and you're not at about level 31-ish, there are some guys, some of the more experienced runners, they'll leave here at about level 29. If you're not feeling that confident for Lavos, I recommend you get to about level 32, 33. Then your life is a lot easier for Lavos. Why not? All of you deserve to die. So if you time that right, you can skip all those guys. I'm just being lazy. Fire 2 is more than enough to get rid of these guys. So these guys give pretty good experience. All right, so we're going to be setting up for something called Dino Tail strats, okay? So we're going to be setting up for Dino Tail strats. Should be the next one. So theoretically, you can run from this one. I was gonna like, did my game just freeze? Wow, this guy really took his freaking sweet time. Okay, so let me explain the next elevator. The next elevator really sucks. Unless you have a couple different setups. Because it's going to have the red, yellow, and blue Cyclops on a single battle. And that's not cool. We don't like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to allow Ayla to get punked here. 616. Yeah. 7, 6, 5, 4, 0. Okay, 150 should be plenty. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is we're going to do a modified version of what is called Frog Strats. We're going to be doing Ayla's version called Dino Tail Strats. So basically, first off, you can actually... okay. Whew. You can actually run away from this first battle, which is kind of funny. But as we go up the elevator, or down the elevator, we're going to run into multiples of these stupid Cyclopses. So what we want to do is we actually want to... We want to use Dino Tail strats. So essentially, we just have Ayla use Dino Tail, which deals hit points damage in relation to your, it deals hit points in relation to your current hit point status. So, if Ayla has low hit points, then, the Dino Tail does a crap ton of damage. So, basically what we do is we abuse that fact, and we have Ayla just deal an insane amount of AoE damage to everyone using Dino Tail. Now, Frog has a version called Frog Strats. But those are the only two that have this kind of a technique in the game. And this one is where it is absolutely the most important. Because if you don't use this, you have to... okay, we're good. Alright, we're good. So, if you don't use this, then you have to do single target magic, which, if you don't have the right party set up, there is a hot chance that you might not have the right party set up in order to truly pull that off. So that can get a little hairy at the end. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't hit that just yet. You have to go up the left side. Typically, you're going to want to heal Ayla real quick. Just throw out those mid-tonics. Now, there's a way that you can escape from those guys. I am terrible at that skip, so I would rather just run away. There is a specific way that you can walk around them and hit the switch and bail before they split and materialize. I don't know how to do it. I'm not very... So you see, I was able to hit it, but I wasn't able to get away. So, it's not ideal, but you know what? At least I got past them in the first place. Oh, come on. Seriously, all three of you jerks? Wow, my runaway timing was really terrible. So once you hit those two switches, you are good to go to hit this center switch. So you get your last item there. All right, here we go. All right, now we got Golem Twins. Double the pleasure, double the fun. Yep, this is one of the main problems about doing a dual tech. You could actually get fully wrecked. This actually is a wipe. Wow, I got wiped. Yeah, that can happen. That can totally happen. So, yeah, that's something that can definitely happen. So, yep. Just understand that's a total possibility. Not much you can do. That's really nice to have that save point right out there. So we're going to do something a little bit different here. So we're going to do Blaze Kick on the guy on the left. So what we're going to do is we're going to alternate fire and ice. So one of the reasons why you want to do anything followed up by an ice attack is because Golem's standard ice move is extremely weak. It is one of the weaker attacks that they can do. So basically when that first one does the Dalton, it's done. Alright, we're gonna have to revive Luca. That was unfortunate. This is why you have revives on hand. Because Dalton's Fire is a Fire 2 spell. There you go. Alright, that's Golem Twins. Okay, bye. Alright, so typically what you're going to want to do is you're going to run out here. If you got a shelter, throw a shelter. Or you can just use Aura. Aura is insanely powerful. Aura, in terms of healing bang for the buck, Aura is absolutely the best. Only costs 1 magic point, and you can just bail. No. All right. All right. So you got to defeat Mammon Machine and then Lavos, basically right in a row. So beware. This is no, or wait, no. No? Or is that Mammon Machine is, I always forget. Or no, we just, fight Lavos right off the bat. Yep. Alright, so this is Lavos. Form 1. Form 1 is kind of a pushover. You just wail on it. Already deal like almost 10,000 hit points worth of damage right off the bat. There you go. Slasher 2. Alright, form 1 down. Is it over? There's a gaping hole into its shell. Let's just jump right in it. Okay, so now that gate will take you back. Oh, that's right. I could just gate out here. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a gamble here. We're gonna gamble that the status ailment is not going to be something that I hate, and we're gonna try and see what happens here, because basically if you tear off its arms, that's when it's going to hit you with that attack. I'll tell you which one it is. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I want to say it's Frequency, but I don't think it's called Frequency. And titty lasers. Look at my nips. So basically, Anthropode 3 here is really good. Alright, let's see what happens after this. We may just go straight to triple kick. Alright, yep, we're going straight to triple kick here. Ah, son of a biznitch. Defenses aren't lowered. Obstacle, that's it. Alright, let's see what obstacle is today. We may have to quick reset here. Shadow Slay. There you go. Okay, now, right here, when the screen fades to black, if you hit the menu button, there is a chance that you can activate the Lavos menu glitch. I am absolutely terrible at this thing. I have only hit it once out of the dozens of runs that I've done so far of this game. I have not got the timing down. So it is about when it fades to black. There is an option for an auto Lavos glitch. I may have enabled it. So we'll have to see if I enabled it. Okay, and fade to black. There. Nope, I didn't get it. So typically here, you would throw a, you know, we'll toss a Mega Elixir here. So what you want to do first is, so there's a couple different ways. We'll talk about this, the strategies here. Now, personally, I have always been a left bit guy, but then I kind of realized that the center bit actually is a lot better, because the left bit actually does a lot less damage than center bit. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off right away with cube tossing the center bit. That's gonna do a shizload of damage. So we had about 3,000 on triple kick. That had almost 5,000. Now that one hits like a truck. Okay, that's not great. So that disables your defensive protections. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm okay. Okay, we're gonna blaze kick it. For 7,000, and there it goes. Now, the key here is you want to just attack the right bit. So what we're going to do here is we're going to haste Luca. Because Ayla already has haste helm on. So we're just going to beat the crap out of the right bit. Gonna heal Ayla, and give ourselves a little bit of breathing room. We're gonna give her an elixir. It's because, remember, both of them have prism specs on. Okay, so there you go. So we dealt a crap load of damage to it. So the one thing that you have to remember about Lavos as well is you absolutely 100% do not want to do you do not want to do multiple large AoE attack. So the thing is, though, the left bit takes about 2,500 to 3,000 hit points, somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 hit points. So if you have a pretty high-powered Confuse or a triple kit, you can actually one-shot the left bit. The only problem is the center bit hits like an effing truck. You do notice the left bit absolutely did not attack me that entire time. So I've become more convinced that the center strats are actually better, although it is a lot easier to kill the left bit. So also remember, when the center bit revives, it has slightly less hit points. So we're going to be able to get rid of this guy pretty quickly. So let's give Ayla some more love. There we go. So now, the thing is, though, the right bit actually has not restored its defenses because we didn't give it a chance to. So we should be able to deal max damage on this thing again, which we did. And that's it. That's game. So that would stop the clock right there. And that is the end of the run. So for good old time's sake, we got to hear that delicious cry again. That is the sound of victory, my friends. So yeah, that would be the end of the run if you go through Lavos. So Chrono. So you basically get the standard ending. So you just get the standard, your stay of execution has been canceled. You must now carry out your sentence. Just kidding. All right, so anyway. So that's it for that. Yeah. That's basically it. So, yeah, that's the end of the run. So now just to recap for Ocean Palace. So there's 2 separate go modes to get to Ocean Palace. So you can go through Magus's Castle. In order to get to Magus's Castle, you must have Frog, and you must have the Bent Hilt and Bent Sword. Take those to Balthazar. He will reforge the Masamune. So you need Frog and the Masamune in order to get into Magus's Castle. Only reason you go to Magus's Castle is to get access to 1200 BC. When you go to 1200, yeah, or 120,000 BC. I always say 1200, 120,000 BC. Go to the Dark Ages. When you go to the Dark Ages, you must have the Ruby Knife in order to gain access to the Kingdom of Zeal. No, you need to defeat either Tyrannolair or Magus's Castle in order to get access to the Kingdom of Zeal. Once you get access to the Kingdom of Zeal, you must have the Ruby Knife in order to gain access to the Ocean Palace, which then you finish, defeat the Golem twins in order to defeat Lavos. Second way to do it is through the Tyrannolair, which is what we did in the previous stream. In order to do that, you must have the Gate Key, which gets you access to 65 million BC, where 65 million BC is accessed in Medina Village in the present 1000 AD through the cupboard in Medina Village. And once there, you must have the Dreamstone in order to unlock the Tyrannolair. You go to the basement, pop it in the switch, which is normally used to free the slaves, free the human slaves. You then use it to insert the Dreamstone, unlocks the other side of the door that Chrono typically unlocks. And then you run through that, go to the Dark Ages, go to Kingdom of Zeal, have the Ruby Knife, and then you go through the Ocean Palace, fight Lavos. All right, so those are your 2 main go modes, and that's why we run all the other dungeons, is to find all the pieces for go mode. Like I said, for this particular run through, I went through and I purposefully beat every dungeon just so I can kind of show you which ones you need to run and what is a good order, and I talk through the logic using the party that I have. Obviously, if you have different preferred party members, things of that nature, You will adjust your party here and there. You'll adjust where you go depending on what characters you have. Or you can try a boss randomizer, which all of that gets thrown out the window because you basically run through the dungeon and pray the boss doesn't suck. So yeah, that's it for Ocean Palace Go mode and beating Lavos. As you can tell, I am at level 40, which is like insanely high for the randomizer. So you could tell I had 0 issues whatsoever. Typically, somewhere around 32 to 34 is about where you're going to beat Lavos at. I also got pretty lucky with some really good top-tier gear. So, yeah, typically with Luca, I mean, maybe I can get up to like 4,500 with Anthropode 3, where I'm hitting at like 6,300 with Anthropode 3. So, yeah, things are a little bit different. So anyway, that's it for that Go mode. Next and final episode of this tutorial series, we're going to be going to the Black Omen and defeating Queen Zeal 2. So hope you come on over for that video. So thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Until later, my friends. Good night, Xehanort. Wherever you are, I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. All right. Okay. One more dungeon, dang it. We got one more dungeon. We got one more dungeon to complete here. All right. One more dungeon to complete. Yeah, Dr. Pepper's almost gone. All right, well, if you like what you see here, please hit that follow button. We greatly appreciate it. So I'm going to be shifting this video over to the Jets of Time stream, Jets of Time channel when I'm done with it. Yeah, so that was actually that was the easiest I've ever done Lavos on this randomizer. That was just redonkulously fast. All right. Black Omen. All right. Time for Black Omen. I don't want to do Black Omen tonight, but we need to do Black Omen. Oh, wow, 6 hours to do this? Oh, good Lord. Well, I did take my time and spend a lot of time yammering. Yeah, usually I'm pretty good if I can do a full seed in like under 2.5 hours. Under 2 hours, I was cooking pretty good, and I took a lot of risks. There are some guys that can do seeds like easily in an hour and a half, but those are guys that like know more advanced strats of like using barriers and shields and, you know, really knowing how to min-max your characters with not a lot of stuff. But, all right, here we go. Black Omen, Zeal 2. And 3, 2. Hello, everyone. What is up? Welcome back to the Frito Bandito Taqueria, and this is the final episode of my tutorial series for Chrono Trigger Randomizer Jets of Time. Okay, so here's the deal. You're probably wondering, wait a minute, you're in Lavos. Why are you in Lavos? Well, we're actually going to gate out of Lavos, and we're going to go and do the Black Omen. Now, reason why you would want to do Black Omen is if you got the Black Omen Go mode. Okay? So, let's talk about the Black Omen Go mode. I will openly admit this is the least favorite out of the 3 major ones. Now, yep. So if you gate out, your epic will be at the end of time. Full speed ahead. We're just going to go to the present. Okay, so here's the deal. In order to achieve the, Black Omen Go mode, you need a couple of things. So, first thing that you need is the clone. Need to get the clone, need to get the Chrono trigger. And then you also need the pendant in order to access the future. You need those three things. So then what happens is you then go to the dome, or Balthazar is in the shape of Anu, and then you activate the triggers on Death Peak. So you activate the 3 programs on Death Peak, you run Death Peak, that will summon the Black Omen, okay? That's all you need for that go mode. So it's actually a pretty simple go mode. Not a lot of people like running the Black Omen. That's why this is kind of the least favorite. So in order to access the Black Omen, you just go here. Now, beware. This outside turrets can absolutely ruin your day. We'll just go Ice 2. Remember, they are very fast, and not only are they very fast, they all hit like trucks, and they have terrible AoE spells that can ruin your day. Remember, we found those jerks in the future in the Genodome. Same turrets. Those guys suck. Now, here in, by the way, they totally, they did away with that first mutant fight. You don't have to fight it. Most of the enemies here, you can skip. Actually, a lot of them you can skip. So with those, you basically have to wait for them to turn away from you. Goons actually give a fair amount of experience points, so it's worth it to fight the goons. I'm so over-leveled anyway, it doesn't really matter. Ah, dang it. So the trick is the, I think it's the Martello. That's the little turret-looking thing. If you run away from it, when its turret is facing away from you, you can run through it without encountering the enemy. I did it for the first one. I didn't do it for the second one. In the vanilla version, those panels will give you speed tabs. Does not happen in the randomizer. Okay? Totally up to chance. Okay, now with this one, come on. Okay, so with those, when the center one closes your eye, you can run past it. Ah, dang it. So these guys work exactly the same as Rubbles. You can get a buttload of tech points from them. The probability is actually very low. Of course. So the probability is pretty low that you could actually defeat the sidekicks. The boss orbs are much easier to defeat, except if you don't beat up the boss orb, it will just freaking flare you out of existence very quickly. Totally not worth it. Now remember, if it's not... If something is running, there's certain enemies where if you stand perfectly still, they won't hit you. One of the instances of this is in Magus's castle. These guys actually get pretty good experience, the Flyclops. They also typically have pretty good drops. So it might be a good idea. If you're pretty underleveled when you get here, it's a very good idea to attack, to actually engage in as many encounters as you possibly can. Just because here in the Black Omen, there really isn't a great grinding spot. Alright, so now we're going to come to the RNG elevator. So the RNG elevator, it's got anywhere between 3 to 5 encounters that you can do. These jerks can inflict random status effects, so take them out quick. Let's see here, 1 battle, we got 2 battles. Battle. That's fine. Just saunter on over here, Mr. Goon. Just saunter on over. There you go. That's right. Don't go forward. That triggers the battle. Wait, wasn't there a chest? No chest over there. I thought there was a chest in this room. Chest over here. Ooh, magic tap. Thank you. Alright, now if you go over to the side, you can actually miss the encounter. Just don't go straight up the middle, you'll miss an encounter. So if you go to the left, oh, dang it. You go to the left in this room, you'll skip an encounter. Alright, always grab these chests first. Alright, so talk to the new on the left. Do not talk to the new on the right. He will ask if you want to wake from the dream. That will sincerely yeet you out of this dungeon. You absolutely don't want to do that. Not worth it. Let's see here. Ooh, a rainbow. That's not bad. But yeah, Kaiser arm. It's not too fantastic. Yeah, this is the place where you want to blow all of your money. Touch that area up there to continue onward. Alright, now this is one of the places where I believe you can grind pretty decently. These tubesters really give you a lot of good experience. We're gonna charm it for the heck of it. I can't remember if this one... this one you can deal shadow damage. Because remember, Anthropode 3 actually counts as shadow damage. It does not count as fire or lightning damage. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. It gives you a big old kiss. There you go. Thousand experience points isn't too bad. See, oh wait, no, you can't actually. Stop machines. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. You can skip this one if you time it right, and the incognito was just being an absolute jerk. Okay, so you got lots of ruminators that go through here. Ah, didn't time it right. Just about, man. I can't believe it. I actually got the 2 out of 3 ruminator skips. I got up to the chest, got back down, and I just... Okay, so now these ones... Yeah, that's right. Their eyes have to be closed as well. This is one of the problems with Black Omen. A lot of people absolutely do not like some of these areas. Yeah, there's your flare. This is just fun. So yeah, the little sidekicks are the ones that are worth all the tech points and experience points. Now remember, that Flyclops does not have an elemental attribute. The Flyclops do not have an elemental defense or weakness. Woo! Alright, I skipped one. Okay, 1. Going for 1. Alright, we got another tubester here. So yeah, they absorb shadow. I'm a dork. I didn't think about this one. I quite frankly forgot, and I'm also a little tired. Gotta forgive me. So these Martellos are not really that big of a deal. It's just annoying when you have to actually fight one. That's because, you know, you screwed up. Chest down here in the corner. Now we're back to this room. Chest over there. Okay, now we're going to get to one of the mutant fights. So remember, there used to be 3. They took out 1. And, yeah, it's not fun. Not that much fun here. You hug that top, that'll skip that first part. Just skirt around the corner there. Don't hit the middle, and you won't hit that trigger. So there's not much that you can do for this one. You're going to hit up these aliens, which I thought was the absolute most, like, absolutely... Oh my gosh, what is that thing? Oh, yeah, that was a one-hit kill. All right. Now, I always forget which one's which. I think this one is the one that I can anthropode. Yep. So yeah, this is the one that sucks your MP. Oh yeah, this one is magic only. Okay, so you can only hit Giga Mutant with magic. So you're much better off doing pure magic rather than one of Ayla's combo spells like Blaze Kick or Cube Toss. Just simply because he has very high physical defense. So if you can't hit it with magic really hard, it's kind of not worth it. All right. Moving onwards, not gonna lie, I'm starting to get a little tired. Yeah, I am definitely not waking up tomorrow morning for running. Alright, elevator number 2. I could be wrong, this one may actually be the RNG elevator. Wow! RNG totally on my side. RNG completely did me right today. I got through that elevator with 0 encounters. I've actually pulled ahead on a race once because that happened to me. Yeah, if you hit that right, you can actually do bat skip. Bat skip is really hard because the the window. The window to hit bat skip is actually like really tight. Oh, excuse me. All right, Fire 2, do your thing. Do the thing. All right. Panels. Oh, excuse me. Okay, you can actually run up against the trigger for this boss. The Mega Mutant. So remember, for this boss battle, you just have to defeat the upper half using magical-based attacks. Yeah, there you go. There you go. This one, that one's the worst, in my opinion. But we're on the home stretch now. That's the absolute worst boss battle you got to endure. All right. Lava spawn. Okay, now remember, you cannot hit the shell. Do not hit the shell at all. Wrong person. Why did I just put haste on Ayla again? Oh, well, hopefully the second blaze kick will take it out. Now, there you go. So that's why you want to have very, very, very strong single text. Alright. Let's take care of this. Typically, you'd have a couple shelters. You have at least 3 shelters. All right, here's the final boss gauntlet. So you're gonna have Mammon Machine, Zeal 1, and Zeal 2. Zeal 1, Mammon Machine, Zeal 2. This is little rough. So this is the game skipping the cutscene. So this is Zeal 1. Alright, so Mammon Machine can be a little rough if you're under-leveled. But I'm gonna have no problem beating the crap out of it. Because Anthropode 3. There goes Mammon Machine. Alright, now, that's all done. Like I said, usually Mammon Machine never goes that easy. Also, a Zeal 1 Elation. Okay, so let's talk about Zeal 2 here, okay? Okay, so let's talk about Zeal 2 here. Do not touch the hands. Absolutely not. Under no circumstances will you touch the hand. So unfortunately, that makes Anthropode 3 here absolutely worthless. You are much better off if you're taking Teen Girl Squad Party. You are going to be much better off using Cube Toss or Blaze Kick. So we're actually going to be using Blaze Kick since Luca already has the Prism specs on, okay? And you only need to attack the face. So we're going to make sure and haste Luca this time. And unlike other battles, you have zero need to let up. So it is just straight balls to the wall. Yeah, Marl is absolutely playing support on this battle. Okay, so you got Halation. Okay, so you throw the Mega Elixir. Now remember, you have to rehaste Ayla because Ayla had the haste helm, but she died, so haste goes bye-bye. There you go. And that, my friends, is Queen Zeal 2. So, yeah, so that is it. So, that is the end of the Chrono Trigger Randomizer. So we have now literally done everything that is feasible in a Chrono Trigger Randomizer general run. So yeah, so thank you all so much for watching these if you've happened to watch the whole series. I hope you take up the interest in running the randomizer. Link down below in the description. I have a lot of fun running these, even though I know I'm not the best, but I truly enjoy playing these. Hoping to find some other people to run these with me. But yeah, you know, it's a good time. If you really like Chrono Trigger and you've been wanting for something a little bit different, the randomizer is the place to be. It's decently accessible for almost anyone that has a cursory knowledge of this game. The more knowledge you have, obviously, the easier certain aspects of the game are going to be. But in terms of a pick up and play, this one's actually pretty easy. So if you've been thinking about trying out a randomizer, you don't know which one to choose, you know, all of the older games like Dragon Warrior, Final Fantasy 1, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy 2, they confuse you because you haven't really played through them. Chrono Trigger is a pretty, you know, easy to pick up and understand randomizer. I do like running them. However, because of my schedule, we'll be basically done with the randomizer for now. I hope that this channel has the resources that you need to get started. Come and join me on my own stream, the Frito Bandito Taqueria Gaming channel. Yeah, I hope to see you there sometime in the future. So, for all of us here at the Taqueria, thank you very much for watching this video series, and hope this gets you interested in running Chrono Trigger Jets of Time. So until later, my friends, good night, Isaiah Norris, wherever you are. I'm out of here. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye. Oh, I am so tired. Yeah, we're quick show close. Quick show close. So anyone who's hanging out, let's see here. So yeah, looks like at the time of this recording, there's no one watching this. So you know what? It happens. I'm not. Yeah, I don't get bitter about those kinds of things. I know I stream at very, very, very generally unpopular times to stream. And I didn't have any of my amigos here with me. So anyway, I'm done for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night. I'm not streaming tomorrow morning. I'm gonna take it real easy in the morning. So anyway, thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you for the support for this channel. Really like being here on Rumble. It's been a good time. So anyway, I'm out of here. Until later, my friends. Good night, Xehanort. Wherever you are for finals this time. Good night.